Hey everybody, it's Nash here from Nash Tech. Today we're going to do an unboxing of the Sony Sound Bar with Subwoofer. This is the HT-CT60. It's the 60 watt 2.1 surround sound speaker set for your TV. So if you don't have a lot of space, you don't have the capability to put up like a 5.1 or 7.1, this is a really great alternative. So what do you say we start with this unboxing here? Let's just cut this top open. And let me quickly go over the price for this. Depending on where you get it, that makes the biggest difference. I've seen them for 100 to like 150. So you're looking at over the $100 mark, but under the $200 mark. And stay tuned for the review to see what I think about it and if it's worth that price point. So first off here, one of the first items that you can pull off this top foam tray, and inside the foam tray there's a couple cables and stuff that are first presented. You got some of the analog cables here, so there's one, and here's the other analog cable. Nothing special. Not going to be using these though when I'm using it. I'm going for the digital sound personally. And let's see what else we got in here. There is the power cord, which comes nicely wrapped, and it's got a little hook thing, or not hook thing, but protective cover for the prongs, which is nice. Next up, we got an eensy weensy little remote. This thing is tiny, and I'm actually liking that in a remote. It kind of reminds me of the size of like an Apple TV remote, maybe just a little wider. Really nice looking. Next up in the box, we have the actual sound bar here. So it's got a protective casing around it. It is not that heavy. It is a lot lighter than I thought it would be. Maybe it's just the box that's weighing this whole thing down, but this is not very heavy at all. If you're worried about that, don't be. This is very, very light and very stylish too. It looks nice. The Yeah, it's got a nice little finish, and the front is it's like grayish black depending on the light. As you can see right now, it's gray on one port where the light's hitting it, and really dark black where there is no light. So that's pretty cool looking, and you actually can't see through the mesh either. Um, you can't see the little speakers, because normally when people have mesh on there, you can see through it and you can see the speakers. It looks weird. This is pretty nice looking. Next up, we have information and the optical cable, which is weird that they didn't put the optical with the other ones. They put it in here, but this is what I'm going to be using for the sound to transmit it. And we got a bunch of paperwork, registration manuals, stuff like that. We don't need that stuff. We will need an optical cable though. Next up, we have, what else is in here? This is the giant subwoofer, and I say giant because it's pretty big compared to the sound bar size wise, but it is about the size of a regular subwoofer. Let's get this thing out of the wrap here, and let's take a look at it. First impressions, it looks nice. Um, it looks pretty sleek, pretty cool looking. All right, so let's get a closer look here at this subwoofer. Let's do a 180 so you can see how it looks. Here is the back, and it has got a very long cable, which is quite handy. And it's also got these nice rubber feet on the bottom so that it doesn't slide around too much. And I know some people like to crank the bass, so that should help with it. So that looks like it is all for the unboxing, what is at least included. Let's get this box out of here. Now let's take a look at the actual soundbar and see the ports. Right here on this side we have power. On this side we have the analogs and the optical, as well as the subwoofer port. On the bottom here you have the feet, which also have the rubber connectors, but you can unscrew them and also use it without the feet if you want a different style or setup, or if it fits better. So there you guys go. That is the unboxing of the Sony soundbar. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, likes are always appreciated, and stay tuned for the review. Bye.